loves, welcome back to my channel. So I just basically walked you through my morning routine, and that morning routine is when I'm not on the morning shift, because honestly when I'm on the morning shift I'm always rushing. I'm supposed to be at work by 7 a.m. I'm supposed to sign in, so I basically wake up by 5 a.m. And yes, I always make my bed because I'm used to it, thanks to the secondary school I went to and the training and blah blah blah. So I make my bed. I mostly don't sweep, but I try to arrange few things because I'm used to having an organized space. So I'm basically rushing. I take my bath within split seconds, and 6 or before 6 sometimes I've left. I've try to walk to my junction, get a car and get to work and blah blah blah. But today I'm on night shift, so I have some time before I go to work. It's going to be around 3:30 before I actually leave my house. This week has been very busy and stressful. Like, this is the second night. Okay, sorry, yesterday was the second night I'm actually sleeping in my own bed. I've actually been at work, night shift, night shift, night shift. But as stressful and occupying as it is, if I'm being honest, I actually love working night shifts. Even for the fact that I barely get sleep, like I lose a lot of sleep when I'm working night shift, because this week we've been working up till 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and there's barely time to sleep. I have to wake up by 5, make sure breakfast is set, make sure you've done a lot before you leave. Even though it has been that occupying, it has been fun for me, honestly, because I love what I'm doing. Lucky for me. So I actually like the experience. I actually prefer working a night shift. Like, it gives me more time to be productive. Just that I have lesser time for myself, because there are some trainings I'm trying to do for myself to improve my skills. But honestly, I've not done anything this week because I've mostly been on night shifts. I've not been able to do it. Like, I'm literally tired that I can't do any other thing, and I can't even think or stress myself. Like, I just want to rest when it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and the like. So that's what I basically do. That's how my week has been. And for the fact that I'm very occupied, I don't even have time to like pick up my phone and vlog and show you what I'm doing, because I have to deliver. Like, I have to deliver orders, I have to work with my co-chef. Like, I have things I really need to do. But one of these days I'll try if I can like show you glimpse of small activities. That's if I'm not too choked up with work. Any night shift that is a little bit free, I'll just try to like show you around, show you what I do and blah blah blah. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you 3 basic challenges I've been facing in this phase or chapter of my life, and how I've been pulling through them, and how I've been surviving, like how I've just been basically pushing through. The first challenge I've been facing is fear. Like, I face fear a lot, especially when I'm about to undergo a major change. Like, I'm about to do something new, it's a new chapter of my life or something, basically change. I feel so much fear, and I'm almost like sabotaging myself, because I begin to have thoughts like, okay, how are you going to do this thing? This is a new environment, this is a new place, you've not been there before. How do you think you're going to handle it? Like, I get these thoughts, and then lately I've been having struggles with anxiety. Like, I had real anxiety problems that when I'm about to do something I feel so anxious, I can barely calm myself down. So that feeling of nervousness or anxiety, I don't even know how to explain it, just like hooks me, and I'm literally not able to do anything until I can get myself to like calm down, recollect myself before I can actually be productive or move forward. So anxiety has been dealing with me like big time. So I've just been praying about it. I tried to talk to a few friends about it, and I don't know, but I guess I feel better in that aspect, because I don't feel so anxious. It's just the fear. Like, before I started my new job, I was scared of change. I'm like, okay, this is a new place. How am I going to do? And how am I going to like, just that fear. of how I'm going to cope or how I'm going to perform or how it's going to turn out. Like, is it going to be nice and all and all and all. So it's very important to have positive people or people that motivate you or push you. Honestly, you might think it's a joke, but it goes a long way. Imagine telling your friends about your fear and they are like, it's true, oh, maybe you should just leave that job. Don't take it because you can't do it. Like, imagine working with people that have been so experienced. I don't think you can do it. If they give you that kind of advice, believe me, you would start to think about it and think that it's true. If it's not that you have a very strong mind that can convince you otherwise, what people say actually gets to you and actually influences you. But lucky for me, all my friends are cheerleaders. So when anytime I bring up my fears, I talk to them about it, they're like, you again. This is something small for you. This is something that you do at ease. Don't make anybody make you feel uncomfortable or doubt yourself. And it actually goes a long way for me because I try to reaffirm myself. I tell myself, yes, you have this situation under control. But I don't go about it without talking to God first because God has really been my shepherd. In fact, starting this independent journey has brought me closer to God than ever, than any part of my life. And honestly, He has really been my shepherd, and I've been seeing His hand in everything I do because no matter how I feel, if I pray about it, if I talk to him about it, I just come out of that situation feeling confident, like everything is handled, everything is settled. I have nothing to worry about again, like it's already figured out. So that's how basically I deal with fear. Doesn't mean fear doesn't creep in on me time to time, but when I feel scared, I pray to God. If there's nobody to talk to, talking to God is enough. But sometimes I just feel like I should share and get some cheering and motivation from outside. So I talk to friends. So that's how I deal with fear. The second challenge I face is doubt. Sometimes I doubt myself so much. Like, this is something I know that I can do it, but maybe because there's so much expectation or the environment or the people involved, I doubt. I don't show it that I'm in doubt, but deep within me, I start panicking and I say, can I even do this? Am I sure I can handle this? Like, I would have just said, no, they should get somebody else and blah, blah, blah. But still, I have to pray. I have to tell myself that you can do this. Like, all through my career, honestly, it's God's grace. I've been seeing, I've like submitted everything I want to do and how I want to do it. And then I've put in my best. Like me becoming a pastry chef, now I'm dabbling in cuisine, but by choice and by desire, I'm a pastry chef. So me embarking on this career, honestly, I'll say it is grace. I'll say something that I've been destined to do because it came to me easily. Like since from when I was young in secondary school, like I just bake time. Like I have this, I find it fun when I bake. My elder sister bakes. The one after her bakes, but that one is not serious about the baking career. But at least if she can assemble a nice cake, some nice pastries for you, and blah blah blah. But my elder sister, she's really good when it comes to baking cakes. Me on the other hand, when I started my career, I did not like cakes at all. Like I used to avoid anything that will make me bake and decorate a cake. I'd rather refer it to someone else. But any other thing, be it me, any pie, whether it's Nigerian, Italian, Danish, like any pastry, I find it fun, like experimenting. And my dad has been really supportive because how I actually learned and became this good. I'll tell him that okay, I want to do this practical look. He'll be like, okay, what do you need? I'll tell him, and he would always try to like, oh yeah, buy the ingredients, let's do it tomorrow. And my brothers, they've been very supportive. Whether it's nice, whether it's not nice, they eat and they support me. But my elder brother, my eldest brother will be like, okay, here's what you need to improve. This is what you need to do. So most of my life has been practical. Like I've been practicalizing pastries, various pastries, like for fun. Before in 2020, I finally got the hint that okay, I should like do this for money as well, since it's something that comes to me at ease and it's something I enjoy doing. And like getting money, like getting paid to do what I actually like is actually very fun. Even though sometimes I still doubt myself, but praying to God and the friends that I have now and the friends that God has blessed me to have been very, 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 very helpful through this stage. Like sometimes I sit down and think and wonder how and what I would have done without them, because when I'm feeling down, like I need this external affirmation that you are doing well, you are doing well. So imagine I now have friends that are telling me, no, you are not doing well, you should give up, you should quit. Where would I have been now? Even though sometimes I'm stubborn, if you tell me something that is not what I want to hear, I feel down, yes, it affects me, but I go back and tell God that how can this person say this thing? This is not what I want to hear, and this is not what I think about myself. Even if at that point I made a mistake that deserved that statement, like I'll still tell God, and God has a way of calming me down through my mind. Later on, calming thoughts just come to my mind and tell me, is it this small thing? Like, you can do it, you can do it. I remember how I started designing cakes. I just got to realize that designing cakes is a thing of the mind. I actually learned that from one of my friends. Like, as far as you are determined, as far as you are capable, you just use your mind to design, create any design. And lately, I've gotten to find out that it's actually pretty easy to bake. I've gotten to realize or to understand the hack of different textures of cake and how to get them without anybody teaching me. Like, just based on practicalizing, I've practicalized so much. I've made rubbish so many times, and I've made nice things so many times that I've gotten to realize that okay, this is how I go if I want this texture, this is how I go if I want this texture, this is how I go, and this is how I can get this done easily without any stress, and these are the methods I can get this design and stuff like that. It doesn't mean I don't still face doubts, because sometimes before I do something, I feel scared and I start to doubt, not until I pray. I don't get to talk to people about how I feel all the time, because sometimes I feel like nobody can really get or understand the feeling. So I just trust it to God, since I believe there's nothing he doesn't understand, there's nothing he doesn't get. So that's how I basically get through doubt. The third major challenge I've been facing or trying to deal with is lack. Like trying to like get out of lack, be in a position that I can actually be financially wise to cover everything I need and all. But sometimes I'm financially short. Okay, like the first time I got my new job, the former job I was at, I didn't really get paid that much. So before I left the job, I had already worked a week for them before switching to my new job, and the location was different, and I needed transport fare to go to work. And at that point, I honestly did not have it. So I was like, how am I even going to get to work? That was one of my major challenges. Yes, I prayed about it, but I was so pressured. There are sometimes that I feel so much pressure that I feel like, okay, God is not going to do anything about it at this point. I have to be the one to do something. And I noticed that anytime I think I can do something, God allows me to do my something. So I had to like borrow to like get my transport fare, and then when I got paid my first salary, I paid it back and all. So anytime I'm lacking, or I feel like I don't have money to cover this stuff, I don't have money to do this stuff, I begin to panic. But last month I told myself that I don't know how this thing wants to go, but I am not going to borrow again. Like I kept praying. I said, God, I beg this month, let me not have any problem that the money I have cannot solve. Let me not be in any situation that the money I have cannot solve. I don't know, like I pay so much on transport fare, and I need to do other things with money. And I was like, God, I beg. I don't know how it's going to go, but I am not borrowing a dime to pay as transport to work. I kept praying like that, and the last week of the month, I withdrew the last money I had, like in my account for transportation. There was no money there again. I didn't know what magic was going to happen, but I just knew that I am not borrowing this month. So I went to work comfortably. Sometimes I would even walk to like save walk short distance, like from my house to junction is actually walkable, it's not far, and from AYA to my place of work is walkable. But when I'm running late or it's too sunny or it's raining, I have to just like take a cab at extra cost to my work junction directly, or take a bike from my junction to the main road directly. But that week I didn't even want to stress myself. I'll be like, God can afford it. I've already told him that I'm not borrowing, so let me enjoy myself. So one very fateful day, when I closed from work, I was crossing the road and thinking about how I'm going to fund my transport fare, and I just got an alert from somebody I was not expecting, like at all. And he just like that, he just said he wanted me to have it, and I was like, like it was surprising, but it went a long way for me, like, and it was enough to cover my transport fare before I got paid again. So it was like, it was awesome. It taught me and it made me to understand that God actually listens to me. Oh. He may not do things the way I want him to do it, or the way I expected him to do it, or the way I thought he was going to do it. So it has taught me to just, if I'm trusting God for anything, I should just leave it to him. I should not wonder or bother myself with how or when. But if he has said he's going to do something, he's going to do something, he will do it. And since I've told him that me, I don't want to borrow again, then I should not bother. I should just go about my life trusting that everything is figured out. Like, I'm moving forward, not backward. So I'm basically living by faith. That's how I've been able to handle lack last month. And in the same spirit, I'm carrying the same spirit to this month, to every other month, and to breaking every financial barrier, because I really, 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 really want to be. In fact, I want to be more than stable. I have so many goals and all, which I'll be sharing with you all in subsequent videos, and how I'm going about it, how it's going, the challenges I'm facing, how I'm achieving it. Like, I'm really, really, really ready to do this content thing and to carry you guys full time, because in my space, I want you to be inspired, not by the story I'm coming to tell you about other people's life, but by my own personal story, by my own challenges, by how I'm overcoming, by how I'm achieving. Because sometimes when I face difficult situations and I want to give up, I tell myself, no, Nan, you've gone too far to give up. Like, imagine how will God feel after he has held your hand and taken you so far. It's just a phase, it's just a challenge. And even through serious chaotic situations, as far as I'm able to open my mouth and pray, no matter how like much it is, I'm able to find this peace through it. And I just know that I don't know how, I don't know when, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to scale through, and this thing that I want, I am going to get it. Because there was one day I went to church and they preached, and the verse was Numbers 14:18, and it said, as surely as I live, declares the Lord, I will do to you the very things I heard you say. That means the things that come out of our mouth are very important. That's why we need to watch them. Don't say negative things about your life, even as a form of joke or play, because God hears them, and he said that he will do to us the things he has heard us say, as surely as he live. Number one, God cannot die. So that means whatever you keep saying about yourself, whatever positive thing you keep saying about yourself, God hears it, and he's going to bring it to come to pass. I don't get to go to church all the time because I work Monday to Sunday, but any day I'm opportune to go to church, I make sure I grab what is grabbable. So that's how my life has been so far. That's how everything is going so far. The last time I I was tempted to worry about, okay, this month, last month I don't think I went to church at all, like at all, because I'm always on either a morning shift or a night shift on Sunday. And if I'm on a night shift on Sunday, that means I close Saturday morning and I'm expected to go back Sunday night. And before I get home that Saturday morning, the church I attend has closed, and with all the tiredness and all, I just come back straight to my bed and sleep. And Sunday morning I'm supposed to be at work before 7, so I leave 5. So there's basically no time to go to church. That doesn't mean there's no time to pray, but there's no time to fellowship. Few days back I was tempted to like worry, but something just comforted me, like it's not going to be for long. Like it's not going to be for long. Like everything is in place. God is in control, so there's nothing to worry about. From my life so far, I've gotten to understand that there's nothing I cannot do by the help and the grace of God. Philippians 4:13 has made me understand that I can do all things through Christ that has strengthened me, and I've been trying my best and I've been seeing myself like do this. Sometimes I sit down and I'm still in shock. Like I remember when I told myself casually that in 2022 I want to be like independent. I want to stay in my own house, pay my own rent, pay my own bills, and do my own stuff. Like seeing it actually become a reality is like surprising. I'm like, wow, like how did this even happen? But trust me, I went through a lot, like a lot of shege before this thing actually happened. But because of determination, because of God's love for me, like he has gone ahead of me so many times and he has made this dream a reality. So I just want you to know that you can do anything as far as you are willing to endure. But the fact that you hear you can do anything, it doesn't mean if you want to do something, you just do it and it goes smoothly. Trust me, it's not like that. There will be so many challenges you will face. There will be so many times you want to give up. There were times I thought of, oh, should I just go back to my father's house? After all, there's shelter and there's food. I don't have to struggle. But something deep down told me, don't worry, you can do this. It looks impossible, but you'll be fine eventually. And today I've passed the most difficult stage. I don't know what lies ahead of me. I don't know what struggles or challenges are ahead of me, but I just have this confidence that God is already ahead of me. God is behind me. God is around me. So everything is figured out. So I'm just learning to trust him with everything. I'm just learning to like leave everything in his hands so I can see his hands in everything. So whatever it is you want to do, trust me, you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself and not give up on yourself. When you feel down, if you go through my channel and watch my videos, I always talk about positivity, keeping positive people around, because I know how much it has impacted my life and how much it has impacted my journey. My life is almost lonely because most of my friends are not even close to me. We only get to talk on phone, and the ones that are close we only see like once in a while because everybody's busy with life and stuff like that. But when it comes to like close companionship, most times I'm alone, but I still have friends that make so much impact from a distance because of the kind of mind they have. They are positive, like they help neutralize my energies a lot. So I think you should do that. It's going to like go a long way for you. And if you leave me, I'm going to talk and talk and talk and talk, but I have to rest because I have to go to work later today. I need to get something to eat and I need to just figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my day. So thank you guys so much for always watching my videos. Thank you, my returning subscribers, for always coming back to watch. Thank you so much for being my family. Thank you for the support. And if you are new here, if you're a first timer here, feel free to subscribe. You're welcome to my channel. You can only see value here. Like if you're a fan of positive things, like better things, I think this is space for you. You'll really like it here. We're going to have fun here because like I'm on a phase of sharing my life journey, sharing my desires, sharing how everything is going for me, because I want you to like be impacted by it. Like I want you to get something. I want you to be motivated by what you are seeing happen, because as you can see, there's nothing flashy here right now. It's just moderate, moderate, moderate. But me, I'm a flashy person and I know that I am getting to the flashy place. So if you want to know how I got to that flashy place, not that when you see me with flashy things and all you think I always had it easy, no, she's a billionaire's daughter. No, it started from somewhere. It started from this humble beginning, but it's going to get there. That is what I believe, and it is going to happen by the special grace of God. So feel free to subscribe. You are really welcome to my family. I really love you and I really want you to be impacted by my channel. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video, and do not forget, you are welcome, you are awesome, you are beautiful, you are loved, and you are capable. So right now I have to go. I'll see you guys in my next video. So bye.